Hey, honest question.
Already? We just started.
Is there something in your life right now that you keep putting off? Something you really want to do, but you keep saying, not yet, not now, maybe later.
Yes, multiple things actually.
And why haven't you started?
Because I don't feel ready yet.
And how long have you been waiting to feel ready?
A really long time.
That is exactly what we are talking about today.
Oh no, she's coming for me personally today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I am your host, Mia.
And I am Simon. And today, Mia is about to say something that might make you a little uncomfortable.
Just a little, but in the best possible way. Today we are talking about something that is quietly stealing so many people's dreams, waiting to feel ready.
And if you have ever said, I will start when I feel more confident, more prepared, more ready, this episode is absolutely for you.
Which means this episode is for literally everyone.
Basically, yes. And hey, if you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. New episodes every single day.
Okay, let's get into it.
Simon, I want to ask you something very specific.
Okay, specific. Go ahead.
You said you have things you keep putting off. Give me one real example.
Okay. I have wanted to start making my own videos for like 2 years now. Like my own YouTube channel. Just something creative, something mine.
2 years.
2 years. And every time I think about actually starting, I tell myself, not yet. I need better equipment first. I need to learn editing properly first. I need to figure out my exact style first.
And have you gotten better equipment?
No.
Have you learned editing?
No.
Have you figured out your style?
Definitely no.
So, after 2 years of waiting, are you any more ready than when you started?
No. Actually, I think I am more scared now than I was 2 years ago.
And that is the trap, Simon. That is exactly the trap. Because we think that waiting will make us more ready. But most of the time, waiting actually makes things harder, not easier.
Because the longer you wait,
The bigger the thing becomes in your head. It starts as a small idea, a simple thing you want to try. But then you wait and you think about it and you imagine all the ways it could go wrong. And slowly in your mind, it becomes this huge, scary mountain.
when actually it was just a small hill the whole time.
A small hill that you could have just walked up 2 years ago.
Now it feels like Mount Everest.
Exactly. And here's the really uncomfortable truth. That feeling of being ready, that moment when everything feels perfectly in place and you feel completely confident and prepared,
Does it ever actually come?
almost never. And do you know why?
Why?
Because readiness is not a feeling that arrives before you start. It is a feeling that grows after you start. You do not feel ready and then begin. You begin, and then slowly you start to feel ready.
So we have the whole thing completely backwards.
Completely backwards. We are waiting for something that can only come from doing the thing we are waiting to do.
That is kind of mind-blowing when you say it like that.
Think about it. Did you feel ready to learn how to walk when you were a baby?
I mean, I was a baby. I just tried and fell down 100 times.
And now you can walk perfectly, not because you waited until you felt ready, but because you just started. You fell, you got up, you tried again, and one day you could walk.
So the falling was part of the process.
The falling is the process, and we forget that as adults. We see falling as failure, as a sign that we were not ready, but actually, falling is just learning in progress.
We need to think more like babies, honestly.
We absolutely do. And in the next part, we are going to talk about why we got so scared of falling in the first place.
I have a feeling school is going to come up again.
Maybe just a little.
Simon, let me ask you something.
At this point, I should just come prepared with honest answers.
That would save us a lot of time, yes. Okay, when you imagine starting that YouTube channel, what is the first feeling that comes up?
Fear. Instantly, like immediately fear.
Fear of what exactly?
Fear of being bad at it. Fear of people watching and thinking, who does he think he is? Fear of putting something out there and nobody caring, or worse, people caring but in a negative way.
Fear of judgment.
Massive fear of judgment, like what will people think?
And where do you think that fear comes from?
Honestly, I think it started in school.
There it is.
I knew it was coming. But seriously, in school, every single thing you did was judged. Every answer, every test, every project. And if you got it wrong, everyone knew. Your teacher knew. Your classmates knew. Your parents knew.
So being wrong was public.
Very public and embarrassing. And so you learned very quickly, only put your hand up if you are sure. Only try something if you know you can do it well. Never risk being wrong in front of people.
And that lesson, that deeply learned lesson, follows us right into adult life. We stop trying new things because we are terrified of being bad at them in front of people.
And here is the cruel irony of that. Every single skill, every single thing you admire in other people, started with someone being really, really bad at it.
Every great singer sang terribly at first.
Every great writer wrote badly at first.
Every confident speaker was once shaking and stumbling over their words.
Every successful business owner failed at something first, probably multiple things.
Nobody starts good. Everyone starts bad.
Everyone starts bad. And the only difference between the people who got good and the people who stayed stuck is that one group started anyway, despite the fear, despite the not readiness.
They just did it badly until they did it better.
They did it badly until they did it better. And that is the whole secret. There's no other secret. Just start. Be bad. Keep going. Get better.
But our brain makes it so much more complicated than that.
Our brain is very dramatic, yes.
Because here's what happens inside your head when you think about starting something new. Your brain immediately starts making a list.
A list of what?
Everything that could go wrong. Every possible way you could fail. Every person who might judge you. Every reason why you are not qualified enough, experienced enough, good enough yet.
The brain is basically a professional excuse maker.
A very convincing professional excuse maker, and it dresses everything up in very logical language. I just need to prepare a little more. I need to research this properly first. I want to make sure I do this right.
It sounds so reasonable from the inside.
So reasonable, but underneath all that reasonable language, it's just fear. Plain, simple fear, dressed up nicely so you don't recognize it.
Fear wearing a suit and carrying a clipboard.
Fear wearing a suit and carrying a clipboard. I love that. And the problem with fear and a suit, it's very hard to argue with because it sounds so logical, so responsible, so smart. But it's still just fear stopping you from living your life.
Still just fear. And here's something really important to understand about fear. It never fully goes away. Even the most successful, confident, experienced people in the world still feel fear when they try something new.
Wait, really?
Really? The difference is not that they feel no fear. The difference is what they do with it.
They do it anyway.
They feel the fear, and they do it anyway. And that small but enormous decision is what changes everything.
Feel the fear, do it anyway.
And in our next part, we talk about what actually happens when you finally do.
I have a feeling it's good.
It's very good. Stay with us.
Simon, I want you to think of a time, any time in your life, when you were really scared to do something, but you did it anyway.
Oh, okay. Actually, coming on this podcast.
Really?
Yes. When you first asked me to co-host, I was terrified. Like, genuinely terrified. I kept thinking, I am not interesting enough. I do not speak well enough. People are going to listen and think, why is this guy talking?
And what happened when you actually started?
It was fine. Actually, more than fine. I enjoyed it. And every episode, I feel a little more comfortable, a little more natural.
And did you feel ready before that first episode?
Absolutely not. I felt like running away, honestly.
But you started anyway. And look at you now.
Look at me now, still here, still talking.
Still talking. And that right there is the perfect example of what actually happens when you finally start. Because we imagine that starting will feel dramatic, like a big movie moment, confidence suddenly arriving, everything clicking into place.
But actually, it is just, okay, this is happening. Let me do it.
Exactly. Starting is almost always quieter than we imagined. Less dramatic, less perfect, but also so much less scary than the waiting.
The waiting was scarier than the actual thing.
The waiting is almost always scarier than the actual thing. Because in the waiting, your imagination runs wild. It creates worst-case scenarios. It builds up this enormous, scary picture of everything that could go wrong.
But then you actually start and you think, oh, this is just a thing I'm doing. It is hard, but it's okay.
It is just a thing you are doing. And something really interesting happens the moment you start, Simon. Something that waiting can never give you.
What is that?
Information. Real information about whether you actually like this thing, whether you are capable of it, what you need to learn, what comes naturally to you, what needs work.
Because before you start, you have zero real information, just imagination and fear.
Just imagination and fear. You're making decisions based on nothing real. But the moment you start, suddenly you have real data, real experience, real feedback.
And you can actually work with that.
You can work with real information. You cannot work with fear and imagination. And here's another thing that happens when you start.
What?
Momentum. Have you ever noticed that starting is the hardest part, but once you're actually doing something, it gets easier to keep going?
Yes, like going to the gym. The hardest moment is putting on your shoes and leaving the house. But once you're actually there,
You just do it.
you just do it. The resistance was almost entirely at the beginning.
Because starting requires you to overcome all that fear and imagination and built-up resistance. But once you're moving, you have momentum, and momentum carries you forward.
A body in motion stays in motion.
A body in motion stays in motion. And that is so true for any goal, any dream, any project. The first step is the hardest, not because it's the most difficult technically, but because it requires you to push through all that fear that built up during the waiting.
So the longer you wait, the more fear builds up, the harder that first step feels.
And the shorter you wait, the less time fear has to build, the easier that first step actually is.
So the best time to start is always as soon as possible.
Always as soon as possible. Not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect. As soon as the idea appears, take one small step toward it. Just one.
Because one small step creates momentum.
And momentum creates confidence. And confidence creates the feeling of being ready. That thing you were waiting for all along.
So starting creates readiness, not the other way around.
Starting creates readiness. Write that down, everyone.
Seriously, write that down.
And in the next part, we talk about the excuses. Because, oh, we have some very creative excuses for why we cannot start yet.
I feel very called out already.
Good. Stay with us. Simon, I am going to say some things. things that people say to themselves when they do not want to start something. And I want you to tell me, hand on heart, how many of these you have said.
Oh, this is going to be embarrassing.
Probably. Ready?
Ready, I think.
I will start when I have more time.
Said it many times, last week actually.
And did more time ever arrive?
It did not. Somehow I'm always exactly as busy as I was before.
Because here's the truth. You will never have more time. Time does not suddenly appear. You have to make time. And the people who are doing the things you want to do, they are not less busy than you. They just decided that this thing was important enough to make time for.
Okay, fair. Next one.
I will start when I have enough money.
Oh yes, classic. I need to save up first. I need to be more financially stable first.
And some things genuinely do need money, but most things we want to start need far less money than we tell ourselves. We use money as a comfortable reason to delay because it sounds responsible, it sounds mature.
When actually it is just fear in a financial costume.
Fear in a very expensive financial costume. Next, I need to learn more before I start.
Oh, I love this one. This is my personal favorite excuse. Just one more course, just one more book, just one more video.
And you become the most prepared person who never actually did anything.
The world's most educated non-starter.
There's a word for this, actually. Analysis paralysis. You analyze and research and prepare so much that you completely paralyze yourself from ever acting.
You learn everything about swimming except how to get wet.
Exactly. And here's the thing about learning. The most powerful learning happens when you are actually doing the thing, not preparing to do the thing, doing it.
Okay, next excuse.
I'm waiting for the right moment.
Oh, the perfect timing excuse. We talked about this in the school trap episode.
And it applies here too, because the right moment, the perfect moment, it does not exist. There will always be something slightly not right, slightly inconvenient, slightly not perfect.
The weather's not right, the season's not right, Mercury's in retrograde.
Mercury is in retrograde. People actually say this.
They do. I have heard it with my own ears.
The right moment is not something you find. It's something you create by deciding today, this moment, this is when I start.
Okay, last excuse. What is it?
I'm not talented enough.
Oh, that one is real.
That one is very real and very painful and completely wrong.
Why completely wrong?
Because talent, Simon, talent is one of the most overrated things in the world. People look at someone who is really good at something and they say, oh, they're just naturally talented, like they were born that way.
But they were not born that way.
Almost never. What you're seeing when you see someone truly skilled is thousands of hours of practice, thousands of mistakes, thousands of moments of being bad and pushing through anyway. You're seeing the result of years of doing, not natural talent.
So when we say, I'm not talented enough to start,
We're comparing our beginning to someone else's middle or someone else's end. That's never a fair comparison.
everyone's beginning looks the same. Messy, uncertain, not very good.
Everyone's beginning looks exactly the same, and the people you admire, the ones you think are just naturally talented, they had a messy, uncertain beginning too. You just never saw it.
Because they started before you were watching.
They started before you were watching. So the answer is not to wait until you're talented enough. The answer is to start and become talented through the starting.
All these excuses, time, money, learning, timing, talent, they all come from the same place, don't they?
Same place every single time.
Fear.
Just fear, wearing different outfits every day. And in our last part, we talk about how to finally stop waiting and actually begin.
I'm so ready for this one.
I know you are. Let's finish strong. Simon, we are at the last part, and I want to make this one really practical, really actionable, because we have talked about the problem enough.
Yes, time for solutions, real ones.
Real ones. So, first thing, and this is the most important thing I am going to say today.
Okay, listening carefully.
Lower the bar.
Lower it?
Lower it dramatically. Because one of the biggest reasons people never start is that they have set an impossibly high bar for what starting looks like.
Like, I cannot start my YouTube channel until I have professional lighting and a great camera and perfect editing skills.
Exactly. But what if starting just meant film one video on your phone today? Just one. Not perfect, not professional, just done.
That feels so much less scary.
Because it is so much less scary. We make starting feel enormous when it can actually be tiny. The first step does not need to be impressive. It just needs to exist.
Done is better than perfect.
Done is so much better than perfect. An imperfect thing that exists is infinitely more valuable than a perfect thing that is still only in your head.
Infinitely more valuable. Okay, second thing?
Give yourself a deadline, a real one.
Not a soft maybe deadline, a real one.
Because dreams without deadlines are just wishes. You can wish forever, but a deadline makes it real. It creates urgency. It forces your brain to stop planning and start doing.
Like, I will record my first video by this Sunday. Not someday, this Sunday.
This Sunday. And tell someone about it. Because when you tell another person, suddenly there's accountability. Suddenly it's not just in your head anymore.
It's real. And now someone else knows, so you actually have to do it.
You actually have to do it. Third thing.
What's number 3?
Focus on the next one step. Just one.
Not the whole staircase.
Not the whole staircase. Because when we think about a big goal, we see the entire journey at once. Every step, every possible problem, every challenge between here and the finish line. And it feels completely overwhelming.
So we freeze before we even begin.
But what if you only looked at the very next step? Not step 10 or step 50, just what is the one thing I can do today, right now, this hour?
And just do that one thing.
Just that one thing. And then tomorrow, find the next one thing and do that. And the day after, one thing at a time, until one day you look back and you have climbed the whole staircase without ever feeling overwhelmed because you only ever focused on one step.
One step at a time.
Fourth thing,
Go ahead.
stop waiting for confidence. Act your way into it.
Because confidence comes after action, not before.
Not before. We think, I will start when I feel confident enough. But confidence does not come from thinking. It does not come from preparing. It comes from doing something, even badly, and surviving it.
Every time you do the scary thing and survive, your brain gets a little piece of evidence. Evidence that says, okay, I tried that. It was hard, but I survived. Maybe I can do it again.
And each piece of evidence builds confidence.
Brick by brick, not all at once, but slowly, solidly, real confidence builds from real experience, not from waiting. So the only way to become confident is to do things before you feel confident.
The only way. And last thing, number 5,
Last one, make it count.
be kind to yourself when you start badly.
Oh, that's softer than I expected.
But so important, because even after everything we've said today, even after you decide to start, you are going to start badly. You are going to be awkward and imperfect and messy.
Like everyone does.
Like everyone does. And in that moment, the most important thing is not to give up. Not to say, see, I knew I wasn't ready. Not to use one bad beginning as proof that you should have waited longer.
Instead, be kind. Like you would be kind to a friend who was trying something new.
Exactly. If your best friend showed you their very first attempt at something, would you say, wow, that was terrible. You should have waited until you were better?
Never. I would say that's amazing that you tried. Keep going.
So say that to yourself. Keep going. You are not supposed to be good yet. You are supposed to be starting. And starting, messy, imperfect, scary starting, is one of the bravest things a person can do.
Mia. Okay, real talk. This episode made me want to go home and film that first video today.
Then this episode did exactly what it was supposed to do.
I'm actually going to do it this week. I'm saying it out loud right now.
Everyone heard that, Simon. Everyone.
Okay, no pressure.
All the pressure. Okay, homework time, everyone. Just one thing. Are you ready?
One thing. Always one thing.
Think of that one thing you've been putting off. That thing you keep saying, not yet, not now, maybe later. And today, just today, take one tiny step toward it. Not the whole thing, just one step.
Write the first sentence, make the first call, record the first video, send the first message.
Just one step. That's it. That's your whole homework. One tiny, imperfect, beautiful step.
And drop a comment below. Tell us what that one thing is. We want to know. We are cheering for you.
We genuinely are. And if this episode helped you, please share it with someone who needs a little push right now. Someone who's waiting, someone who's almost ready, but not quite.
Send it to them right now. Be that person who helps someone else begin.
Also, please like this video. It helps so many more people find this episode. And if you're not subscribed yet,
What are you doing? Hit that button right now. New episodes every single week. You don't want to miss what's coming next.
all right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much for being here. Truly.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Stop waiting. Stop preparing. Stop planning. And remember,
The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now.
bye, everyone.
See you next day.